Good evening, my friends. I'm Nero, and welcome back. We'll be playing Fable again here in just a few moments. I'd like to start off with a short conversation that I've already been halfway through, actually. I realized my mic wasn't recording, and so we're doing this again. That's never happened before. Anyway, I'd like to actually talk about music. Music has been fairly influential on me my whole life. From earliest days working out on the farm, and the soundtrack of work happened to be alternating between Broadway musical albums, Godspell and Rent and Spamalot when it came out. That was amazing. To the whatever the latest Weird Al album release was, which is a weird juxtaposition. It's hard to go from Prepare Ye the Way of the Lord to Fat by Weird Al. It's a weird transition, or Everything You Know Is Wrong for that matter. To Turn Back, oh man. But music is amazing. I have found that when I am trying to be productive at home, when I'm trying to get chores done, laundry done, even when I'm trying to make myself be productive in any capacity on here, uh, turning on music. Turning on music makes a world of difference. If you're having trouble getting going, take some time when you have the lucidity and the energy. Make yourself a soundtrack. Label it whatever you like. Make it be whatever you like. Even just do like a YouTube playlist or Pandora playlist. Have something on hand to where when you need to be productive, you can just hit that play button and get going. I also, of course, want this channel to be a celebration of people, because as much as people frustrate me, and as much as there are often times that I'm really not happy with people, it comes from a place of wanting the best out of people in society, seeing what we have the potential to be, and whenever it's not met, it's kind of disappointing, especially when it's detrimental. So I'd like to focus more on the positives. There have been a couple songs brought to my attention in the recent last week or two that have been kind of ringing in my head. Another thing I wanted to mention is every time I upload these videos, this is actually what kind of inspired me to think about music. Every time I upload one of these videos, copyright. Copyright has always been a worry of mine. Like, I don't want to get copyright strike. Who wants to get copyright strike on YouTube? No one, as it turns out. So I would be very careful, very cautious, and I would look at that copyright tab anytime it lit up. And anytime I went through Witchwood, if you've been watching my videos, you know Witchwood. That is the only area so far that has come up with a copyright claim on the music. But it says the music is allowed to be on YouTube. You can use it on YouTube as long as credit is given where it's due, which I'm playing Fable Anniversary. For those of you interested, Fable Anniversary on Steam, check it out. I will start including links if I haven't already. I'm pretty sure I have a link on the first video. If not, I'll make sure that happens. But it always struck me as kind of weird that that was the area with music that had copyright on it. I got sidetracked. Sorry. But there's two songs that I want to share and celebrate, and I'll include the links. One of them is gotten to be pretty popular on TikTok, Instagram, what have you, by Hi Koruk, I believe. I'll include link to her channel, in the description. It's Why Is Everybody on the Internet So Mean? Or If I Were a Fish. And it is a very, very delightful, just very positive, very uplifting, very motivating, and very inspirational I believe, from what I understood, written in response to facing a lot of negative backlash or commentary, and has really just drawn people in, which is great. So I will be plugging them because if I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, "Look at that fish, shimmering in the sun. Such a rare one. Can't believe that I caught one." And some combination of just the simplicity and the sincerity of it is just it melts my heart. So just phenomenal job, Corinne. I think that's your name, Corinne. Phenomenal job, absolutely amazing. I love it, and it is on my playlist. Um, so if you haven't heard that song, I will include a link to that specific song in the description. Please check it out. Check out all of her music. It's great. Another one that has showed up on my suggested list because, of course, I'm already subscribed to him. Shadow Academy released White Whale. Shadow Academy being, of course, Dan Avidan and Jim Roach. It's their new music experiment, and oh my goodness, something with the animation also lends to it. But if you are familiar with the tale of Moby Dick, if you are familiar with that sort of story, and it inspires you, or it at least uh, at least gets your interest, please give it a listen. It is very, very intense, but oh, just phenomenal work. So Dan, Jim, fantastic job. I love it. It's gorgeous. I know that we're not on like a first name basis, but I'm going to choose to believe we are in fact on a first name basis, because otherwise I would be calling you Mr. Avidan and Mr. Roach, and that seems weird. So Shadow Academy, White Whale, link also in the description. Check them out. Please give their music a listen. Um, yeah, just another banger, guys. Great. And yeah, music is a way of putting rhythm into your life. If your life lacks rhythm, listen to music. It's gonna be great. Okay, I know that was a weird like that was weird. That was not my usual intro, but I these two songs have just been like alternating in my head all week, and I was reviewing some of the stuff I was uploading, and it kept doing copyright. I'm like, music. I haven't talked about music yet. Um, yeah, music is great. I'd like to do some music at some point in time. I'm not overly musically gifted, but we'll see. That might be something on the to-do list. We need to make a to-do list. Let me know if you have any ideas, and something you'd like to hear, something you'd like to see, something you'd like to be involved with, something you'd like me to be involved with. Please let me know. Um, yeah, but right now we have some important missions to do. When we left off, we were just about to go do something with the guildmaster. Uh, because apparently his soul, or the oldest soul, is required for bringing back Jack. I don't know why that's important. I don't know why we want to do that, honestly. It seems like a terrible decision, but we're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, yeah, this is fine. Oh, pardon me. It has been a rainy day here, and I struggle with the rain. The rain makes me sleepy. Yeah. If it's gray and cool and that gentle pattering
Oh,
rhythm.
welcome back, sir. This place has been a mess since you left.
Yeah,
People
I
running
imagine it
around
was a
with
mess
bits of
when I
old
was here in the
paper,
first
books
place.
flying everywhere. And the guildmaster's only gone and holed himself up in the guild woods.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to let anyone near him.
We found it! The soul mentioned in the inscription. It must be Nostro. His soul has been
Nostril?
trapped in the Litchfield graveyard for centuries. Our texts suggest it should be in the
Nostrils on the
graveyard
bus.
circle, you know, where you found the tunnel to Bargate Prison.
Catching souls? Never heard such nonsense.
Well, good luck, hero.
Okay, so either I can go for Nostro or the Guildmaster. Morality. Dang it. But while I'm here, let's go see if I can level anything up. Probably not. I'm a very powerful hero. Nah, I think we're good. Let's just leave. So yeah, rain is, rain will put you to sleep. And it'll put me to sleep anyway. We have to kill somebody and get an old soul. Which just means that, they've had to grow up way too fast. You've all seen that meme. When they call you an old soul as if you haven't just had all the dopamine sucked out of you by 10 years old. Hi?
Well, I don't get it. The spirit of Nostro has haunted this place for as long as anyone can remember, but he's never caused trouble before. I'm telling you, it's like the dead are fighting a war back there.
Yep, they'll do that.
Us 5th Regiment boys have been keeping them in check, but something needs to be done.
Yeah. Build some sort of wall. Make the dead pay for it. Let's just walk past people. Remember, if you don't bother them, they won't bother you. It's kind of like wasps and hornets. The like. Yeah, y'all can fight each other. It's fine. It's fine. Oh. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. They're very squeaky sets of armor. I'm back. You must be Nostro.
Guildsman, we meet once more. You reclaimed my weapons and armor and brought me peace. Now, I offer my soul in return.
Oh, well, that's easy.
But I am Nostro, and mine is a warrior's
Oh, of
soul.
course. There's always
Seek it
something.
in battle so that I may stand proud among my comrades in the afterlife.
I don't think you're gonna be...
My men have sworn an oath to protect me even in death. Only when they fall can I be harmed.
Really?
Now, claim my soul with honor.
I mean, it seems like a really convoluted way of doing this, Nostro. I'm just... Also, I'm pretty sure if I take your soul, that means it's not in the afterlife. I'm in fact going to put it in like a pile of rocks. It's gonna be fine. Does that mean I literally can't hit you until everybody's dead? Alright. Well, that was easy. Cool. That was, yeah. All right. So, of course, we are coming up on the, I imagine, the end of this game. So I'm gonna need y'all to start thinking about what you would like me to do next. Did that just... I don't like what's happening.
The inscriptions say only one hero will be allowed to pass through the gate, and, hey, guess what? You're the strongest. I don't know what form
Yes.
Jack's going to take,
Yes,
but
I
I
am.
don't think it's going to be small and furry, do you? Good luck. For all our sakes.
You're too late, little hero. Once more, too late. Come to the Bronze Gate. We have unfinished business.
Is this it? Bronze Gate. Though the gate has remained closed throughout the modern age, and there are no records chronicling its purpose, scholars have speculated that Archon himself may have locked away a great evil behind it. According to some Snowspire myths, the opening of the gate will bring about the end of the world. Locals say it is no accident that its metal feels hot to the touch. Yeah, this seems like a time to save. Yeah. Though I'm sure it'll be fine. You know what? I'm in fact going to be proactive and assign these things to these places so that I can do and then also heal and get magic back. It's fine. Okay. We got this. Archon's Folly. Close up of my face. I think I know why the gate feels hot to the touch. It's because there's a volcano in here. I mean, it seems obvious.
Here you are. It's been a long wait, but I knew you'd free me eventually. Yes, always the puppet. Don't you ever get tired of having your strings pulled?
No, because it means I'm not responsible for anything.
Man, the gods and demons you fear and worship are as nothing to me.
Well, they're nothing to me either. That just seems rude. Well, let's do this. Ow. Nah, it's fine. Wait, come back. I was still shooting you. It's fine. We got this. You know, I was expecting this to be more of a challenge. I don't know why I expected that. Ow. Yeah, you're not gonna finish that sentence. I'm big and stupid. Now, get in the mask.
The battle is not over yet. You must destroy the mask. Whatever you do, you must not wear it. Can you hear me? It is vital you cast the mask away.
Nah, it's not my style. Ta-da! We did it! Achievement unlocked. Hashtag spoilers.
It was a battle that will be talked about for centuries to come. The day the hero of Oakvale slew the dragon Jack of Blades. The day the strange creature behind the mask was finally banished from this world.
Explains why
And
you
this is where our tale must end. Though even the
This
most
is where
hopeful
our
of
tale
hearts
must end.
knew the struggle between good and evil would never be truly over. As for what became of the guild and its heroes, that is a story for another time.
Or possibly a sequel. And here we are. At the end of our story. At the end of our first story together. What a ride. What a rush, really. I have forgotten more about this game over the years than anything, but still just, oh man, I remember the rush as a kid of like holding down the right trigger and all the experience orbs flowing in, and it felt like my choices mattered. It was a thing. I remember getting Wello's pick hammer the first time, because I would always play evil back then, and going up to a door and you have to do something evil like 10 baby chicks in front of it. But I was evil, so evil by the point I got there that the door was like, your evil surrounds you like a shroud. Get yourself on through. And like he just instantly calls me a mask. It was great. Wow. And the update on the graphics was nice. At times there were parts of it that felt a little clunky. Clunky in ways I don't remember it being clunky, but maybe that's just, I don't know, youthful nostalgia not passing through. Ah, there's Teresa, yeah. My sister that I totally didn't sacrifice, but who just kind of left me, so that's cool. Man, just what a rush. And yeah, this was groundbreaking at the time. Having a multi-tiered experience system, a morality system, having consequences and shifts in dialogue based on what you chose that persisted, and shifts in dialogue based on what kind of character you were, was just amazing to me at the time. Oh man, what a great time. And of course there was lots of like heavy-handed but also tongue-in-cheek blue humor, and you know, like the stones in Witchwood that if you spell the naughty word you get attacked by Balverines, because the door's name is Hits, not something else. Design achievement, Waiver retro game. But yeah, it was always, and it was always such a rush for me because I remember working for like a month and saving every dime from paychecks and tips back when I was waiting tables. And I went to the local video game store and I said, I want an Xbox and I want Fable. And I took it home and played it, and it was just mind-blowing. You could be whatever kind of hero you wanted. You could be a sword-wielding knight, or you could be a mischievous archer, or you could be a dark and powerful mage, or anything in between. And yeah, they threw in some archetypes and tropes, sure, but here's the music in the back. It's just phenomenal because you'd always hear that music and feel heroic. The world felt big. It really wasn't, but it felt big. And yeah, and it felt like you were in it. It felt very immersive for the time. So I just watching these things. The paintings are so beautiful. Wow, just what an experience. This has been great, and I'm so glad to get to share this with people. And I played it in a way that was different from any other time I've played it. Every other time I've either gone for neutral, like very middle of the road morality, or pure evil. I would just level towns indiscriminately. I was also a bit of a collector and completionist. I didn't get all the silver keys. I know there's quite a few I'm missing. That's fine. I tried to get every demon door. I tried to get every little thing, and I realized that I realized in this playthrough that I didn't have to do that. So I played good, and but settle. Hey, settle. You're being goofy. Stop taking my settle. Settle. What are you doing? My dog's being silly. Oh, she usually is. And yeah, it was novel at the time also because of the accents, and yeah, I mean, it was like, hey, every British person and their mom's gonna have a voice acting part, whether you want them to or not. And some of it was a little over the top. The guards, of course, very cookie cutter. Man, but what an experience. Getting to play through this story. Getting to be part of this story. That was what did it for me. It was unlike other games before this, which I've played several other games, and they had a story, and this one, of course, did have a story, but you could decide what points in the story you were on what side of. You could be the gallant hero, or you could be the villain worse than the original. other games had a story and you played their story. This game had a possible story, and you filled in what the story was for you. You filled in your story. Kind of like, it was almost like a Mad Libs kind of situation. It was the Mad Libs of RPG games. I'm glad they fixed the missable content. That was something I was worried about. Because originally, if you didn't know to get that key when you were fighting Thunder at the bottom of the graveyard, you could just miss out on it and then never get it again. Man, multi-shot and Squirm's bow. That was what got us through that. They did, of course, have to lean on some of the tropes of, hey, you're an orphan, and now you're going to be trained as a hero for reasons. But yeah, I mean, mechanic-wise, the game was pretty balanced. You could engage with melee. You could do ranged. But they could do ranged back at you. You could do magic. Very few of them can do magic. Trolls will absolutely wreck you, but that's okay. Oh man, this has been a dream. And another reason I wanted this to be my first one is because this was kind of my first game that I got from me, and this is the first game that I am doing as this YouTube thing. Still very early days here on this channel. Is that me now? That is me, just standing in the middle of the room. That's cool. And with it being early days, I wanted to do something that mattered and meant something to me. Oh, we're getting back into it. Maybe, kind of, sort of. All right. Well, now there's lava everywhere. That's interesting. And now it's cold again. And we can go check the Heroes Guild, I guess. See if there's something there that we need to worry about. But I don't think so. I think, like he said, that's the end of the story. Bandit spy extraction. That's the only thing I could do. Good talk, Guildmaster. That is all I've ever wanted to hear from you.
Hey, have you no respect for Guildmaster?
There you go.
You should show more respect while you're here. I could break you, so leave it.
I just wanted to hear your voice again. Okay. Oh, so that is that. That is Fable. I wanted to share this. I wanted to share my gaming experiences with you all. I wanted to share these stories with you all. We have so many more stories to explore. And I did, the other day, I did go through and watch some of my older content. and it's a bit rough. I'm getting better. I like to think I'm getting better. I like to think I'm getting better largely because of my audience and your contributions, your participation, your interest. I'm gonna keep making stuff. I'm getting back into a better regular routine of recording early, and I think for our next story that we'll be doing on Sundays anyway, and our next Sunday story, let's call it that. I think for our next Sunday story, I'm gonna try to do shorter episodes. Not that I haven't been enjoying doing these longer episodes. Not that I personally don't enjoy longer episodes of content. But I have listened to some of the comments, and that is that the episodes are a little long. It's hard to get through a whole thing in one sitting. So that's one of the things I'll be doing. I think I'm going to shorten it down to 20, maybe 30-minute videos. So 20 or 30. Let me know what you think. That's kind of my rough ballpark, which will be great because then I can crank out a couple videos per sitting. A lot easier than I can crank out a couple videos per sitting with hour-long videos. So that's on the to-do list. I will be bringing back, or starting rather, or actually engaging in Friday night Twitch streams. I think I'm going to start trying to do those, depending on my availability, depending on circumstances. I'd like to start doing Twitch streams because I know that'll be a great way to bring in more audience. Maybe setting up some kind of social media presence. Still in the early talks on that. It's not that I don't want to. I don't know. I won't do TikTok. I will flat out tell you that now. I'm not doing TikTok. Might have somebody run an Instagram for me. So that's a thought. And slowly untangling accounts from other things and having this be more of a this is my online persona, this is my personality. So yeah, let's go through some questions. Specifically, let's go through some questions for what our next Sunday game should be. Do you want something light or dark? Do you want something, light, kind of funny, lighthearted, haha, lots of jokes, lots of laughs, lots of silliness? Or do you want something a little more serious, something a little grittier, something a little more lower on the register, something down here, something that might keep you up at night? Because I have spooky games, and then I have silly games, and then I have some silly spooky games, and everything in between. So that's something. Do you want action? Do you want story? Do you want... I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? I need to hear from you. I need to hear from you all who are watching this. I need you to type in the comments because that's literally how I interact with most of you. There's a few of you that I actually talk to in person, but most of you, you'll watch my stuff, you'll put it on the background, be like, hey, whatever, just listening, supporting my friend, cool. I literally need you to type things. Even if you feel more comfortable just directly messaging me, that's fine. I need words. Also, I need words of affirmation. I thrive on praise. I want to hear about how amazing I am, because otherwise I'm going to lose my mind, and I'm just going to keep talking to myself, and you're going to keep listening. Throw some ideas for games. I will throw in the description a list of couple... You know what? I'll just talk about some of the games I had in mind. Let's pull up my Steam library. because I have Steam library. I have a spooky, silly game that is about reclaiming a city from zombies and going through zombie apocalypse as more of a faction-based reconstruction top-down game. So that's kind of cool. I really enjoy that one. There is a very lighthearted game that involves farming slimes called Slime Rancher. It is very lighthearted, very, very high on the dopamine, serotonin cycle. So that's great. Let's see, what else do we have? We have more on the darker side. We have Dread Out, which is, I believe, an Asian-based ghost hunting game. Not ghost hunting so much as trying to survive in a haunted town as a young school attending female. So that's more on the darker side. Also on the darker side, we have Dishonored, which is a steampunk stealth-based game. Let's see, what else do we have? We have so many options. We could start Fallout. I think Fallout might be its own kind of thing, though, because we're going to have to go through Fallout. There's a lot of Fallout to go through. Let's see. The Forgotten City, I believe, is dark, but seems like investigating the fall of a Roman city in a day. I've heard good things. It's won many awards. It looks really cool. Let's see. What else do we have? There is... I have just such a massive library. I would reset my progress and I would go through Moon Hunters several times, because Moon Hunters is... it has some of the best music, I think. And the story is a little ephemeral, a little undefined, but still fantastic story. It's a little more lighthearted, but it does have serious points. Let's see. Portal, of course. Silly and serious at the same time. Seriously silly. There is... what else? What else was I thinking? Littlewood. That's one of the other ones I was looking at. Littlewood? Littlewood is very, 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 very low stakes, lighthearted. It's kind of like some of the farming sim games, but it's just rebuilding the town after saving the world, making friends, fishing, foraging, harvesting lumber, helping people. It's very, very casual. Let's see, we've also got Lego Worlds. I would play through Lego Worlds from start. That is, I am very sad that they didn't do more with Lego Worlds, because it had such potential, and they went with other things instead, which I get. It's fine. It's fine. Inscription. If you are unfamiliar with Inscription, it is a card battling game set in a game. It's kind of a spooky exploration into gaming in general. So that's an option. What else? What else? And I'll throw in as another option. I'll throw two more options in. Little King's Story, which is, how can I describe Little King's Story? It is you are a child who becomes king, and then you have to build up your kingdom, and I'm still not entirely convinced it isn't all just a kid playing pretend and imagining a world in which he is the king. It's silly and it's fun. So I'll put that as an option, and then I will also put Hard Space Shipbreaker as an option, in which you play an individual who basically you recycle ships, you recycle spaceships in space. I imagine there's some kind of plot or story. I haven't gotten to that part. I think I played through the tutorial once. So, is there something else I was going to play? Hold on. Superliminal? Superliminal. That is where you move things and they become bigger or smaller depending on your perspective. That looks interesting. I played through a little bit of it, didn't get very far. Yeah. So those are going to be kind of my thoughts for me playing on my own. Or rather, yeah, playing on my own, but with you along for the ride. Let me know what you think. Get in the comments. Ask other people in the comments. Be like, hey, what do you think we should make him play? And then let me know. Let me know. I want to know. I want to also play more party games. Sweets, looking at you. We need to play games together again. We keep saying that, but we gotta actually make time. We've got to make the time. So let's make time soon to have laughs and silliness and antics. And Quinn, Velok, looking at you both as well. Talking to you. Hey. Hello. Hello. Let's play some games. For now, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. This is it for Fable. I mean, I won't say we'll never come back to Fable. I won't say we'll never do Fable 2 or 3 for that matter. But if I do, it'll be a while. I want to be successful before I come back to this. And do it my way. The evil way. Maybe not evil, but probably evil. It's fine. I'm not evil, but in game, I might be evil. I am hungry. I'm going to see about getting some dinner. I'm going to sign off and take a break. I checked out. We have defeated Jack of Blades. We have completed the original Fable to an extent that we can close that book. We can close that story. We can enjoy the times we had with it. We can reminisce about all the things we've learned on this. One of the key ones, I believe, being that I am allergic to tutorials. Every time tutorials start up, bam, I'm sneezing. And possibly most importantly, you need to be hydrating. You probably aren't hydrating enough. Yeah, I'm not hydrating enough either. So, to-do list, if you are keeping track, we need to build a brand. We need to get banners, icons, profile pictures, things like that. We need to get all that stuff done. Preferably some kind of intro, outro music. I think for this next thing, I'm going to start trying to do my own thumbnails. I'm going to try to do my own thumbnails. No, video thumbnails. I want to do some sort of animation to make them pop, make them stand out, without being too clickbaity. So we're going to work on that. And I think I'm going to push myself to say, starting in June, I'm going to do 3 videos every 2 weeks. Hold me to that. I can't guarantee they'll be good videos. I don't know what the other day is going to be. It might be my midweek meal. It might be my midweek meal prep for making food. Because I still have that footage. I still just gotta edit it. The main thing is I have to find my SD card reader, because I recorded it onto a thing that records on SD cards, but I don't have an SD card reader on hand. So gotta figure that out. But yeah, we've got stuff in the works. We made it through Fable. We made it through Fable. We completed a game. We did an entire game playthrough with idle commentary, and not the best commentary, but a full progression from what am I doing to I'm just gonna do it and people will watch if they want to. We have come this far. Let's do it again. If you're up for it, I'm up for it. Let me know what you want to play. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're doing. Also, I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to put them in the description. Check out Haikoruk and check out Shadow Academy and all of their music. It's phenomenal. It will lighten up your day, and if it doesn't, it will make me happy, which is arguably more important. Anyway, this has been fun. We will see you next week for something entirely different. But for now, as always, I'll see you later. And for now, farewell.